What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Chill. This is episode 14, and I have a guest that you can hopefully hear now. Well, hear even more because you heard him before I started recording.
Here officially.
Here officially. No more behind the scenes nonsense here. So, would you like to introduce yourself, guest?
I'm Adam. I do stuff on Twitter and YouTube. I mainly edit stuff. That's me.
That's me.
That's me.
Don't wear it out. Yeah, so I've wanted to have guests on, and I wasn't sure how to do it, and luckily Adam is down for my chaos and is able to just hop on a stream willy-nilly like this. Yeah. So yeah, man, we're gonna be talking about collecting tonight. And we got Not Ultra and Harleen in the chat already. What's up, everybody? Okay, I saw both of your faces. I can go to sleep, unlike Adam.
Drag me.
I mean, you can go to sleep on camera. I mean, there's really nothing stopping
There's
you.
nothing stopping me.
No. There's not. What can I do? Time zone, like time zones and all that shit. But yeah, man. So we're just gonna have a. Oh, what's up? Blaze Knight is here. What's up, man?
Hello.
How's it going? So yeah, we'll just have a little chit chat about collecting because we both been doing it for a hot minute, I would imagine at this point.
Yeah.
Now I can't remember because we both a couple weeks back we were both in a YouTube video for Power Rangers Day for Timmer from the Power Rangers France, right? Yeah. France YouTube page, and that was fun. First of all, and I didn't even know you got asked to do it too. So that was funny how that worked out. I did have a question though. I had a couple questions actually, because you revealed a couple tidbits about yourself.
Oh yeah.
So your name, your username.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So your master plan, when you made it,
Yeah.
was put a K in front of your name, and that was it.
No one would know it's me. YK? I don't know. I think I just went like down the letters and just like what founded, and I don't even know like how I say it. Is it Kadam? Is it Kadam? Don't know.
It's your name. You tell me.
I chose it when I think I was 11, and now I'm here.
Okay, well, because you said 11, that makes perfect sense. So 11 actually does make perfect sense.
And also, I had at the end of my name, I had 1991, which isn't the year I was born.
You were just trying to be older. You're trying to be a cool kid.
Find me.
They'll never figure this out.
No.
No one's ever gonna know. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's fun. Okay. There was just a few tidbits in there that I, enjoyed. Colin said, Adam made some of the best intros for PR, and he was just a kid. Honestly, dragging Power Rangers production.
I don't know. Some of the ones I made when I was 11 were questionable.
I mean, well, because I'm trying to think. How long have we known each other?
I don't know.
Has it been, I think at least at this point it has to be 10 years. At least.
Sort of coexisting.
Yeah. Because, I
didn't really talk to you for,
a
while.
Yeah.
We're always in the same circle.
Yeah, it just kind of like ended up that way. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Uh, um, yeah, because like you've been around. Like, I'm trying to think of like the first thing of yours that I ever saw. It had to be like one of the like the Zio openings or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, probably something like that.
When did I make the Veal ones? The Veal was quite recently. I think they were some of the last ones I made.
Really?
Yeah,
Or you
because
know
I
what?
put it
No, no, no,
off.
no, no. I, it was like one of the MMPR ones
Oh,
because
yeah.
you used the lightning bolt for the cast feature.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it was like season 3
Yeah.
because they you used the emblems for like the Alien Rangers. I think it was that one.
Yeah.
I think that was the first one of yours I ever saw. So that's funny, man.
Vintage.
Right? It seems like forever ago. And now here you are, just like editing whole ass fucking battle sequences,
I
freaking
was I was really getting out of my
roto
depth with
brushing
that. I
casts
was
together.
you my original plan for the Beast Morphers Megaforce one is I was gonna like make an entire pre-title sequence
uh,
that would lead into the intro of Beast Morphers, and then it would like glitch out, and then it would be the end, and because I couldn't obviously make the middle where they'd interact,
right.
but I'd maybe like throw in some like in the glitch, I'd throw in some frames that I'd photoshopped together as if like there were parts of the episode in it that were kind of missing. I didn't do that in the end because I was like, this is I'm getting too wild.
Being
And I
way
need to
too
stop.
ambitious here. I'm doing stuff that makes it look like I should be getting a check.
Gotta hold back something, so they can pay me. Well, the
Right.
show's over now, so what's the
Yeah, I
point?
mean it's the end, so I mean
It's the end.
whatever. Maybe one day. One day in like for the 40th anniversary.
Yeah. Oh God.
they'll just they'll just ask
In
you to like edit together like 30 years of stock footage into like one big movie.
Trickster Street, the season. It can be done.
Oh god. All right. So we've both been doing the YouTube stuff for a hot minute, but for you, when would you say collecting really like came into play?
I was trying to think. I think it was Lightspeed
Okay,
because
that's
I
fair.
vividly, I there's a video of Christmas Day 2000. I think it's 2001,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a specific frame of the Super Train Megazord box and my brother next to it,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like 5, and I think it was bigger than him.
I think it was big.
It was huge, and I loved it. And I think that's what started because I don't remember. I didn't have any Lost Galaxy things, so it must have been Lightspeed.
Mm-hmm.
And then it quickly derailed.
Just ripped that super train right off the tracks and
Yeah.
just flew in the air.
Yeah, it was bad. And like it became then like my grandparents asking what I want for Christmas, and usually it was an easy just circle what you want in the catalogue, and then it got a little bit more specific,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think they enjoyed that as much. Because like, I want this Red Ranger, but not that Red Ranger. I want this one with this specific armor, not the Blue Ranger, because that's not in the show. I need the red one.
Right.
That's all I need. And it got a bit, yeah, out of hand. And now yeah,
And it just kept going and going and going
kept
and going.
going. I also remember being really specific about which boxes I wanted. Because
Oh,
Time Force, where like some of the boxes were red.
yes.
I wanted the red ones. I would
Hmm.
not accept it if my Q-Rex had a green box. I was so specific to my mom, I need the red box Q-Rex, even though I will tear it apart.
Right.
I
I'm
need
literally
the red.
ripping the box open.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get it twisted. I am ripping it open. But it needs to be red. I need red
It needs to
scraps
be
on the
red.
floor.
Like the blood of the box.
The
What
uh,
about you? When did you start?
I think I really started in 2009 during RPM.
Hmm.
Because, like, a lot of my childhood stuff I, like, kept. Um, I kept a lot of it for the most part. Um, and then I want to say probably after, like, Time Force is kind of when, like, I stopped getting toys as frequently. I would just kind of,
Hmm.
like, get things here and there sometimes. It was usually just, like, a Morpher or something. It was never, like, pretty much Zords kind of, like, stopped at this point. And so, because I mean, I was kind of like approaching, preteen, teenager years, so couldn't really do the whole thing with my parents.
Yeah.
Uh, so once 2009 rolled around with RPM, I kind of started getting my own money sometimes, and I got like a bank account and stuff. So that's when I was able to like go on eBay or the Disney Store website. Um, and I think it was like right at the end of RPM. So like a lot of the Disney Store stuff was it was like liquidating a lot of it. So I remember getting a whole heap of RPM stuff to start, um, like right at the end of the show, and then I would say MMPR 2010 of all things was kind of like the first thing I like pursued more, and then from there I just kind of like kept up with it.
I think RPM for me was still in my dark years, where I was, an angsty teen.
Yeah.
I didn't need toys.
No, why would you need toys? They just
No.
like it's just a toy commercial. Why would you actually need them, you know?
I always remember seeing Gem and Gemma in like the bargain shop,
Hmm.
and they were £1 each. Like, and all those accessories those figures had
They were so
uh,
good.
were so good, and I didn't buy them because I was with my parents and I wanted to be cool.
Yeah.
Um, and now you can't get those at all. Like even sealed, well, not even sealed. Like you can't even get any of it.
It was
People
such
just
a
don't have
different
them.
time. It's like insane how much it's changed because I, you know, like especially with Rangers stuff, we never really have seen it follow like a lot of trends. It usually just kind of
Mm.
exists in its own little world and like
Yes.
does its own thing. Um, and so, collecting wasn't what it was like probably 2009, 2010. I would say like as the internet, social media and all that stuff kind of got more, you know, normal, um, that kind of stuff started being more of a, I don't know. I guess it allowed people to see like, oh hey, I'm not the only fucking person going to the toy store still to buy
Mm.
this thing that I, like. And
It's
go ahead.
it is just so different. Like
Hmm.
the fact that toys would just show up and we would have no idea what was coming.
Hmm.
Like 'cause they must have done like the toy fairs and stuff, but they probably weren't as I don't know.
They weren't as
Did people
publicized, I
go?
don't think.
Yeah.
I think it was just like its own little like industry thing,
Mm.
and like just people in the industry just kind of participated in it.
I just
Uh,
love that. It was that always around Thanksgiving when the figures would pop up on eBay.
hmm.
My favorite time of year. It was great.
Right. The freaking pallets would show up at Toys R Us because
Yeah.
usually Toys R Us was the first one to get everything. Um, yeah, it's just so different now. Um, and just like kind of seeing the landscape change and just the collector market change,
Mm.
especially just with like how much things cost, because that has changed dramatically.
Gotcha.
Because like like I feel like I tell the story a lot, but it's just like it's so fucking cool to me still. Um, I had the Abba Ranger changers. I got a set of 3 off Ranger board back in. I want to say it was like 2010. It was like one of the first changers I started getting when I was getting back into collecting. It was a set of 3 with each of the individual faceplates on them. I think it was like $40
Oh my God.
for all 3. They were like a couple of them, like they were scuffed a little bit, but
Hmm.
it wasn't anything like, you know, everything worked, and it was a set of 3. I didn't have the other, 2 for each of the things, but like everyone had a fucking, bracelet, like, and you would just
Literally could
never
never
see that
happen. No.
now. You would never see something like that now.
$40.
And there were a few instances like that. Ranger board actually used to be like the place to find a lot of cool stuff back when forums were useful. No shade,
I'd
no
see
shade
this
at all.
somewhat.
They're still kind of useful. I say that, and I like used them last week for the Cosmic Fury breakdown. But uh, so what kept you coming back, and when did you start like changing what you collected? Because I feel like for a while, for me personally, I was like all in on just about everything,
Hmm.
and so I would like try and get everything I could.
Yeah.
But with the last few years in particular, it's just been a type of thing where I'm just like, I don't think I really need everything anymore.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
like,
it's definitely become an issue of space.
mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I really wanted everything. Like, I wanted all the weapons and everything.
hmm
And now I feel like I'm just more of a figure kind of person.
yeah.
With the occasional Megazord if it's a really good one. Like, the Dino Fury Zords, I had to get those.
Those
They're
are
great.
they are great. I really don't know how
Um,
we go from that to Cureno, but whatever.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I feel like when I stopped, probably around about SPDs when I stopped getting everything.
hmm
That sounds really bad. Like, oh my God, I got everything. I didn't get everything, but like
Everything you
you
wanted.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Mystic Force, I didn't really get that much from that.
hmm
And then when I got back into collecting around about Dino Charge, because the figure line was incredible, I sort of
Yeah.
stayed on that, really.
Yeah. That one, like, it kind of like intimidated me out of it because there was just so much.
Yeah, there's
Like,
what, like 40 main, no, not 40,
at
35 main
yeah,
ranges.
at least like 35 variants between. Well, actually, well, let's think about it. So hold on, let me get rid of that real quick. Okay. Um, so you had the main forms of everyone, so that's 10.
Yes,
You have Dino Steel for 5 of them.
yes.
You have
Dino Drive.
yeah, Dino Drive. There you go. For all 10.
Hmm.
You have Dino
And then
Super
Super
Drive for
Drive.
all 10. So that's 30 right there. So 35. And then there were a couple like metallic sets they did.
God, Carnival.
Carnival. Yep.
Oh, they
Uh,
should have done the Carnival with every different arm formation.
That would have been cool, wouldn't it?
Next match, you could have made like 10 of those.
Right? Um, you have the Dino Armor X variant of
Yeah.
Chase that came out in that Toys R Us pack.
Oh, I really want that one.
Yeah, that one was
I
like
think
a
just because it's so like exclusive, I'm like, I want it. I need
right.
it.
I think that's kind of what it was for me. I'm like, oh, it's just Chase. All right, fine.
Like
Uh,
whenever like one of those box sets comes out, I'm like, well, that's my chance is gone. They never made their way over here.
yeah, like distribution was so weird. Like we talk about Hasbro distribution being bad. Bandai was just like really spotty and weird.
Yeah,
Like they just straight up wouldn't do stuff sometimes. And then like once in a blue moon, you guys would get something that we didn't
yeah,
for some reason. It was just like, okay, I guess they're just having fun. Wasn't it like Korag Zord? You guys got it?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was so mad when that came out because I got the Japanese one
Mm-hmm.
and I'd made my parents a PowerPoint to convince them to get it for me. And I still have the PowerPoint, and it's filled with a lot of sound effects and a lot of facts and figures. I costed it out. I did a breakdown of the cost.
Oh my god.
And then like 2 months later, it came out in Argos down the road, and I was like, "Well, that I'm sorry, I did this to you, but
Look, I didn't know. I should have known, but I didn't know.
how could I have predicted?"
How could I have predicted that they'd actually bring the fucking toys over for once? Oh my god.
There's
Uh,
another thing that happened with as well. I can't remember what it was. I don't know.
so what's the distribution been like with Hasbro
Oh,
since their change? Because like I kind of have
bad.
an idea. Like I know like some of the fan channel stuff is like a pain in the fucking ass if they even release it at all.
Yeah. So Lightning Collection was great until Hasbro Pulse opened here.
Rip. Wow, that's counterintuitive.
Like, yeah, right? Everyone would, all the good fan channels would get all this stuff, and they would be in communication with Hasbro, and it would be great. Um, then when Hasbro Pulse came out here, some of the places wouldn't get stock. Others would have to like have import stock, and then sometimes Hasbro Pulse wouldn't even put it up on their website. So like Max, he wasn't available at all for like months anywhere over here.
Such a
So I had to
random
import it from
figure.
Amazon.com, which is great. I love Amazon.com because they calculate your customs cost as well.
Okay.
So you pay everything in one go, and then
Okay.
if it's less, they refund you.
Oh, well, I mean that's
It's
convenient.
great. Um, yeah, and then some things like the Alien Ranges went up briefly on Amazon.com, very briefly on Hasbro Pulse, and nowhere else. So I had to import those as well.
That doesn't make any sense.
And then mainline stuff is like the figure line for Dino Fury they'd release. I think they released the main three ranges and Boom Tower,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it. And then they released like the pink and green armor figures then, and that was it.
That's a big gap.
Yeah. The only toy shop in town that still exists only had like the Dino Fury Morpher for the entire 2 years, and I was like, cool. There's no way to buy it in real life anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of a popular trend I've been seeing.
Yeah. It's really weird.
It is really weird.
But apparently, some of the fan channel places have had problems with Hasbro with like other brands.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just a general
Yeah, I
communication
mean,
issue.
I think a lot of people like to, be hyperbolic and just assume Hasbro hates Power Rangers in particular. But a lot of the stuff that happens with Rangers is stuff that happens with everything else they do.
Yeah. Like there's one place I follow that will go on like a weekly 6 paragraph post on Facebook about how much Hasbro are fucking over Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like
Yes.
every
Right. Yeah.
I'm like this is their biggest brand and something's going on. I don't know what it is.
No. I mean, like, because there's like an Optimus from Armada that's been coming out, and it's been like trickling out little by little. there's like a bunch of reviews of it on YouTube,
Hmm.
but it's supposed to release tomorrow.
Oh.
Like, and it just like got it. Well, it actually just got the date pushed up because I think it was like the middle of this month, but now it got pushed up to the 9th, and it's just like, okay, but the figure's been out for months. Like, how is that happening? And then you know, that's when I think, oh, it's just like Lightning Collection. It's the same fucking thing.
Things happen when they happen, and there's no way to predict.
No. Schedules? What are those? We're just a giant multi-billion-dollar conglomerate in charge of our own stock and inventory and distribution, and yeah, they'll come out at some point. Yeah. Whenever, you know, don't worry about it too much, okay? They'll be fine.
Like, I pre-ordered Mesogog via Hasbro Pulse, and that's due out in the end of November now.
I don't get that, because I can drive down to Walmart now and see 2 on the shelf. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm like, how is this? Like, I don't know anything about distribution.
No, but I mean, like, I've worked in logistics, so like, I kind of, yeah. Like, like, some of, like, the distribution stuff, like, I've kind of been able to understand, because, like, you know, I've worked in logistics for the past, like, 8 years. Too long. And so, like, when we saw stuff like Omega Ranger getting all fucked up and shipping, like, all those things where, like, I guess a few pallets dropped or some shit. And they're just like, yeah, sure, it's fine. Just ship it out that way. That's what the boxes are for.
Yeah. I love the ones where they just pop the shipping label on the Omega Ranger face.
Oh my god. Amazon is something else, man. Like, I understand because they're getting paid not enough to do what they do, but fuck's sake, man, really? Oh my god. So
what was the question? I forgot where we started with that.
I think it was just kind of like seeing like what collecting looks like now for you. That's kind of like where I was leading, and just kind of like because like I know for me there's like a lot of stuff that I'll get in moods where I want to like go back and get stuff that I didn't have before.
I'm definitely in that mood. So I recently got the Omega Megazord. I was really happy
Same. About that. I got it from Reggie.
I always loved that one.
Yeah, it was like the one Lightspeed Zord I didn't have growing up. I had all the other ones, but except that one. And now it's the opposite, where that's the only one I have. The rest are all the mini Pla.
I mean, the mini Plas look great.
The mini Plas are great.
Are they sticker based?
Yeah, but that was before they got fucking annoying as hell with all the stickers. Unlike freaking Kaku Ranger right there on my shelf.
They look so pretty when you put them together.
They look so pretty, but look at one half of the sticker sheet. This is one half of the 2 sticker sheets. And after I put them on and took all those pictures last week, the bitches started fraying off. So now, and it's just like, I did all this work and you can't even stick on the plastic.
I like, why do they do stickers?
That's what I don't get.
Expensive figures. They're not.
They're not cheap.
Convenience shop.
Yeah, like I think. Well, I bought them from Vaughn, so like I think I only ended up paying like $75 after shipping and all that. Not Ultra just asked if I'm still mad about what happened to my Gal Ranger mini plot. Yes. Are you kidding me? I have half of the Deer Zord's corpse here, okay? And I've been meaning to fucking put that fucking piece back together. Of course it was the piece that held the Deer Zord together. I didn't build the giraffe. after that, Draft Sword's still sitting in the box. I have not put it together. I was fucking upset. Oh, and Seth Films is here too. Hi.
Hello, Seth.
Um, oh, gee, it's KadamsEdits. Huge fan.
Oh my god, it's Seth Films.
Oh
Huge
my
fan.
god, huge fan. But yeah, Draft Sword's just chilling in the box, and it will be until I'm wondering if the Deer Zord is the key to like overcoming my depression. If I
The
if I
Deer is my cure for depression. I know that much.
right, if I fix it and just get it to a point where I can attach it onto the Falcon, that it'll be okay, and I can just move on.
I cannot tell you the emotions I would feel if I broke a bit of mini pla.
It was the
Because like,
first time that
get
it
a
ever
replacement
happened.
easily. Like what?
I've had these things for years. I've gotten them since I think 2008 was the first one I got. It was the Go Onger ones. And those were fine. Or actually, hold on. That's a lie. I remembered. I got the Shinkenger ones for Shinkeno, and I got bold, and I wanted to paint them, because... and I used the wrong type of paint, and it ate up the plastic, and that one was totally fucked. Okay, so it wasn't the first time that I totally fucked up a mini pla. So yeah, needless to say, I just got Shinkeno for Shinkenger, and then I was just like, no, never mind. I don't even want to bother with the others.
I definitely had a painting phase as well.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 10, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy some Sharpies,
Right?
and I'm just gonna go a little bit mad. So I think my Mesogod, like original Mesogod figure, has like some silver highlights. He's really glamming it up, and it looks really bad. I don't know what I was doing.
It's just for aesthetics, man. You know, it's just it's a glam look.
He's really fervent.
Right, Mesogog is the original makeup influencer. Not enough people were talking about him. J-Lo, fucking... they were getting all their looks from him.
He could take over the world now if he started Insta.
Absolutely. All he has to do is just, like, look at the camera. Just go, ah! Oh my god. But yeah, anyway, that's my trauma with mini pla.
So one day you'll have the Isis Megazord.
Yes.
One day.
Right now I have the Isis Megazord in Predator mode.
I have a good mode.
Yeah. So, because I have the extra like bison legs that come with the Kongazord, and they don't have knees or anything, so they're just kind of like just bricks. Like
they don't have knees.
Yeah, so like the Kongazord comes with like a supplemental, so you can do both formations. So you can do the bison and the eagle, or you could do the rhino and the armadillo. So the rhino and the armadillo are normal, and you know have all the articulation, transform, all that. But the bison and the eagle are just like supposed to be like stand-ins.
Is it like an homage to the ones that would walk back in the day? With the
kind of
ones?
It's kind of like that, the ones that like just had the wheels on them.
Yeah,
I think it was just kind of like that type of thing. So
God, I wish I still had those.
Right, those are cool.
I sold all my Wild Force stuff.
Why did you do that,
days.
Adam?
I had all of them. Although I think I still have the deer, ironically. Just the deer.
You're supposed to. You're gay. So we all have some attachment to the deer. All the queer people have some attachment to the deer in some way.
It does something to us.
In my case, it just brings me misery.
In my case, I hide it under my bed to forget my past.
Oh, see, breaking Figure Eyes Kabuto sounds horrible. That's what Not Ultra is saying. He tried building Figure Eyes Kabuto and he broke the horn.
Oh God.
No. I would just cry. I would give up. I would be done.
I would leave this earth.
Never, like, you would never see me again.
Yeah. I remember breaking a horn off of my figure arts double once. That was rough. And I lost the faceplate of my meteor as well. I'm like, where did that go?
It's
I've
anyone's
moved so
guess.
much. It could be anywhere. So I hide him under my bed in shame as well.
It's like, cover your face. I
Yeah.
can't stand looking at you. That happened with the freaking combined Zeo Crystal piece that came with metallic white.
Yeah.
That fell off my shelf and I have no idea where it went.
What did that happen to me with Scorpina's boomerang?
It's just
I
like,
had it for one day and it's gone.
yeah, like I had it like posed all cool too because I had it posed. I was using the effect parts, which you can't always say that. Uh, but I had
Statement
it
never uttered.
right, and so I had it posed where like Tommy was like holding Sava like this, and so I had it like posed so it was like making impact with the Zeo crystal, so it looked like he was like breaking it with Sava, and I'm like, yes, this looks amazing. And then he fell forward, and the Zeo crystal fell, and I found the effect part. I'm like, all right, cool. Where's the Zeo crystal? And apparently, it fell through a time hole, so it'd be hard to find because I've rearranged my freaking living room, and it's nowhere to be found yet. So
You're gonna have to go on a Zeo quest.
apparently, I have to get in touch with my roots.
You have to go to Vasquez Rocks.
Yes.
And that can represent anywhere in the world you want.
I have to do
Go.
a bad British Australian kind of accent. Zordon, we've got to get out there and disconnect that thing.
Oh my God, young cat, is that you?
Guys, it was me. I'm actually 40, if you didn't know.
I've always said that about you.
Oh, God. Okay, well, Not Ultra asked, do y'all have any specific pieces of merchandise that you hold in high regard or most memorable in your collecting experience?
Yes. There is one figure that I will never open. And it's my sealed Samurai Rhea. I will never open her. I only got her recently, and I think she is one of the worst figures ever made in the Power Rangers franchise, and I love her.
Right.
There's just so much about it that is, like, beautiful. The fact that the box is Samurai branded, there's not a single Mighty Morphin logo on that box.
No.
Like,
It's
who
it's
is
on
she?
the flap,
Is it?
I think.
I would get it, but I'm not wearing anything on my legs. I'm wearing pants, but, you know.
Right.
I'll find out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love her.
No, but yeah, it's just in
Why
a
are her
samurai.
hands so big?
Why are her
Why
hands so...
her eyes just dots?
Yeah, why does she
There's
have
no
why does she have a
definition.
ditto face?
It's the fact that we waited 20 years.
That was the first Rita figure
That was
ever
the
made.
First one. And just released so unceremoniously, not in like a special like. Super
No,
Legends
they were
box.
just like, "Hey,
Oh, it's in the-
here's Shogun mode, and yeah, we made Rita for MMPR
Yeah.
2010, but
Here
we
she
forgot
is.
to release it. So here you go."
They could have just released it in a Mighty Morphin 2010 box.
Right?
They could have kept that line going legally.
They still had the fucking, templates for all that shit.
Yeah,
Just
it was
do,
literally a year ago.
and like also like 'cause you might not know just because it's still in the box, but like there's nothing underneath. Well, I mean the dress, it has legs, but they're just molded there. They don't do anything.
There's legs under there.
Yes, it's a hollow dress with legs that don't move.
No. No.
The legs are actually shorter than the dress, so you can stand it on the dress.
I need to open her now. I need to see her legs. That's awful. Why don't they just like cover the bottom, like make it like a flat,
Right? Just do like a
like
hollow piece. No, they molded legs. It didn't do
that's ruined
anything.
my day. I've ruined my day. They're in there, and I can't see them. And I'll see them. They are watching me, those legs.
It made no sense. That figure was so fucking weird.
And the fact also, like, this was in the days when, like, things weren't. I mean, I think Samurai did have some press toy things, but not much comparatively to now. We didn't have,
No,
like, reveal versus anything. Well, we don't
no,
anymore.
not really. Like most of what we got was, I think, from website listings.
Yeah.
Really, that was kind of the thing. So not too different from what it is now, but
It's like,
um,
it's really possible Rita just turned up.
yeah,
That was that.
yeah, because she wasn't advertised on anything else.
No, because she wasn't on the boxes for anyone else.
No,
I'm
she
sure.
wasn't part of like a wave or anything. They were just like, here you go. You wanted this, right? Here it is.
Here we go. Just
What I
shove that
really
on Toys R
want
Us.
is the one they never made for the 2017 movie. That was going to be
Yeah, that one
in the
looks
Versus
good.
pack. Because that one we saw the sculpting for.
Yeah,
And that one was really good. And that was
it
supposed
looks
to.
like a like for a 5-inch line. It looked like a proper figure.
Yeah, it was going to be part of the Action Hero line. And they were just going to release it with the Elizabeth Banks one in like a 2-pack. But, you know how that went. So they were just like, all right, wave one and done.
The end. That was one of my best finds because I never bought those figures, but they had like the team pack with Goldar.
Hmm.
That on sale for £13. I was like, this is a steal. I'm gonna have this now.
It's a
And they were
ninja.
all
It's a
metallic.
ninja steel.
What?
It's a ninja steel.
It's a ninja. Oh.
Ninja steel. Sir, get back here. um,
But outside of that, I'm like, actually, my other prize, and mm, I'd say my top possession is probably the Kiva figure arts.
that's fair. That's a good one.
Waiting for that for years, and I was willing to pay the amount that it cost. It was rough, but I
Yeah,
keep it in a
it's a
special
lot, but it's a
container.
really good figure.
Oh, fucking good.
And I've been meaning to get the wizard one, but for some
Yes.
reason I was able to bite the bullet more on Kiva than wizard, even though I think
Mm.
objectively I like wizard more. But for whatever reason, I just ended up with Kiva. But I'm not mad about it because I'm like the figure looks amazing. It's like it literally like just hopped out of the show. I'm just like,
Yeah,
how the hell
it's
did you do
perfect.
this? It's perfect, absolutely perfect.
I'm waiting for them to release Saga, and I can have the complete Kiva team.
One day, when Tamashi decides,
I don't really follow them anymore as much as I used to.
no.
I have no idea what's going on with them.
I mean, figure arts used to be like the go-to for so much stuff,
Yeah.
and then they were just like, "Hey, we're gonna start doing other stuff." And then once they started doing other stuff, it was like, okay, well, everything else is kind of like falling by the wayside.
Especially because there's so many variants and riders now.
Right.
If I to release everything in
I
one
mean, if
year.
they release like a mid-season form, it's a surprise,
Yeah.
which is like crazy.
It would help if they ever start doing like the episode 3, 4, 5 forms that never show up again. Like
Oh
they're never
yeah,
gonna.
exactly. It's like here are the smaller gimmicks that are cheaper you can get from the candy toy machines.
I always love looking at like figure outs and then going like price lowest to highest
Hmm.
and seeing like most is always just like loose tires from Drive,
Yes.
and like the For's battle attachments.
Oh my god. It's. Do I still have? I probably still have a bunch of those.
I have a few
Yeah.
because I remember I really wanted the pen.
Oh yeah, the pen leg or whatever.
Yeah, it really got to me.
Yeah. So, some of the freaking modules were just so batshit. I'm just like, they just gave you a number, and you guys really just like, all right, write a bunch of shit down. Whatever you write down in the next 10 minutes is what we're doing for the year.
Got 40 spots, and we're gonna fill them now.
Oh my god.
What about you? Do you have any of your prized
I mean,
sessions?
Lightning Collection has really done a lot of stuff that I like, have been pining for.
Mm.
You know,
That like
go ahead. um, like the Ninja Ranger figures, like those.
yes.
I don't think I'm ever getting rid of them.
No.
Um,
I was never convinced they would look good, and yet
and yeah, here we are. Like
that's
they're
one.
they're great, and they got reused of all the figure molds to be
Yeah.
reused for something. Um, I mean, I didn't get. I mean, the only thing I got from the Cobra Kai stuff is the uh, Daniel San one, because I don't watch Cobra Kai. I don't fucking know who these people are. You know, like
They kept
this.
revealing more, and I was like, "Cool, this must be great for some people, but I don't know what's
I
happening."
don't know who this is for. This is so random, but okay, whatever, I guess. Um, especially the Skeletti.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what? What is that? Just I don't know. That was weird. But anyway, the Ninja Ranger figures definitely for sure. Those have been great. Um, Psycho Rangers, Astronema, because she never got a figure before a
Yeah.
couple years ago. Um, yeah, so I mean, probably those just for Lightning Collection alone. Oh, and actually, I did luck out a couple years back, and I found like a bunch of the Lightning Power Morphers on clearance. So for like the first time ever, I was able to have like a complete set of 5 Power Morphers with each
God.
of the coins, and that's like kind of like a big accomplishment. Because you know I've met quite a few people that have like Legacy or original Power Morphers like with all the coins or whatever, and it always looks so cool. So that was kind of a cool thing I was able to do. Um, but if we're not talking about Lightning Collection stuff, if there's like stuff I would never part with. Oh fuck, A Squad too. Uh, A Squad's like looking right at me and they're just like, "Bitch, did you forget about us?"
I mean, the fact that we got A Squad figures is batshit to me.
Right? Insane. We got it in like the first 2 years.
Yeah. Like the cheapest, like haphazard suits
Yeah.
have got representation.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Right? That's fucking great. Throw the freaking battle grid modes from VR Troopers in there next.
I
Just
would buy that 3-pack so fast.
so quickly, so without question.
It's so easy. It's just a blank body.
It literally, yeah, just take a putty
Nothing.
body and just throw the MMPR red helmet on it.
Yeah.
but do the first one. That didn't look good. Because they're painting over it anyway.
Then I'd make like a battle grid like scene on my shelf with the awful curtains and the light
Right,
from
just get
the
holographic curtains and
yeah.
little rocks that are randomly there
Oh.
for some reason. And stage lights.
A mini fog machine.
Mini fog machine. You see the corner of the fog machine in the corner.
You can fully see it. It's just there.
It's just there. They were just like, all right, guys, we have the soundstage for 20 minutes. Hurry up. we had to put all this stuff away because Power Rangers are gonna be here in 15.
I'm convinced that set wasn't even a two-wall set. I'm sure it was just one wall they filmed against and
Yeah,
just moved to different positions.
literally, the command center is on the other side of that camera.
Yeah.
um, do I have another? I'm trying to think of like other things that aren't Lightning Collection that I really pined after that I just would not give up again. Probably just most morphers because, especially morphers now, are so freaking annoying to get in the aftermarket. Thanks, Beast Morphers. You have absolutely ruined toy listings for any kind of Power Ranger morpher ever.
They really, yeah, they did do that, didn't they?
They did that. That was fucking annoying as shit. Uh, um, okay, so not Ultra asked what was the last thing y'all bought. I think. Oh no, I know what it is. No, it's right here. This thing. Cosmic Fury Morpher.
Oh, yes.
So, this was weird. Or actually, no. I got Ion's Morpher. It's right there. Yeah, that was the one I got. Which, I got this one first, and didn't realize that they just reuse a lot of the Moza Morpher sounds. So, that's cool. I mean, there's like a few, like original sounds in here.
Yeah.
Like obviously you have like the little you have this whole thing.
It's morphin' time.
And the yeah, that thing. So just in case you want your morpher to at you. Like, it's so weird. Like, you put the actors' voices in this, and all they say is it's morphin' time. They don't even say link to morphin' grid. They say it's morphin' time. And then it's just a bunch of... It's just a bunch of that. Like, you couldn't think of, like, phrases.
Does it play the music?
It plays, if you do all three buttons at the same time, it does the Mighty Morphin theme song for some reason.
Oh.
But if you do the sound, because it has the... Okay, shut up. If it has... Because this part is a microphone where the laser is supposed to be. If it hears the Cosmic Fury theme, it will do the last bit from like Evolution, Revolution, and then it will also do Dino Fury. So yeah, so I mean they're in there, but it's like it's not the whole thing. And I'm just like, why didn't you just put the whole Cosmic Fury theme? It's 30 seconds.
Yeah. How was it? The Dino Knight Morpher had the Morphin background music in it.
Yes, that one was so good.
That was pretty good.
That one was one of my favorite morphers in a minute. And that's kind of what I wish this thing had, the Cosmic Fury Morpher. Because that's what I was kind of like hoping for, because like after the Dino Knight Morpher, I'm like, oh yeah, if they, like even if I mean, overall I think the functions were fairly basic on it, but I mean, it playing like 3-4 BGM tracks was like, okay, that's like worth it to me.
Yeah, the benefit of the show being you have previous stuff to take.
Right. So, I don't know. I don't know what happened with the Cosmic Fury Morpher. Hasbro probably doesn't know either. They're like, oh shit, we were making a show, weren't we? Damn it! Quick, get this out there. Not Ultra asked if we like the Cosmic Fury theme. I have listened to this fucking theme song probably over 200 times at this point. At least.
Oh, I mean, yeah, probably same.
Yeah. Like, there's just been, 20, 30-minute increments where it's just been on loop.
Yeah. Great song.
20% of that view count on YouTube is me.
I definitely peaked in the first week because I did those edits.
Oh, yes.
But it really got it, and I had to take a few weeks off.
That's fair. Especially if you're, editing stuff to it. It's just... It can be a lot.
It's why my partner can't stand the Overdrive theme song. One of the first ones I did with him in the room.
Uh-huh.
We were sharing a room for a few months, and it was just hearing Power Rangers on loop for so much of the day. He was like, Adam, I can't do this anymore. Make a break.
We have to figure something out. It's me or the edit.
And it was the edit.
It was the edit. It's in the name. Which one did you think I was gonna pick? Oh my god. Not Ultra said there's a whole lot of space. There's so much space. From here to New Zealand to Florida.
Some say there are 5 fingers.
Reaching for the sky in 5 ways?
5 ways.
They better. Not 6.
No.
But only 5. Tyson doesn't have any fingers. None of his fingers count because you know what? He's just a big blob man. He's just a big blob man that wears really bad wigs sometimes when he's trying to appropriate the only person of color on the team. And you know the worst part? He wasn't even the only one to do that because Spencer did that. He was dressed up as a Rastafarian at some point.
Why do I feel like it's the same episode? If it's the same episode,
it might be, for all we know. Oh my god.
We contain it to one episode, and we can just shun it.
And I don't think Spencer's was as bad though, because you could just clearly tell it was a hat. Also, it was Spencer. I think that kind of helped. They had Tyson act like a fucking weirdo a lot of the time. And so he's just sitting there with a fucking... It's like a bald cap with cornrows.
Oh
my god.
Certain things happen in the Disney era in particular, and I'm like, wow, this really is...
It really is a product of its time.
Yeah.
There's some time capsule moments where it's just like, oh yeah, this could only have happened then.
Yeah. Every time Z wore civilian clothes,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is 2005. And even then, I feel like it's too late for her to be wearing that stuff.
Right?
Like the beret. And that one time he was in the woods, but not in uniform for some reason.
Yeah, she was just out and about. She didn't want to get her uniform dirty.
I didn't.
She was like, you know what? I'm upset right now, so I'm gonna leave, but let me change first. I know we got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm tired of this stuffy uniform. Oh my god.
Imagine if we got a million uniform figures.
I've wanted that. I mean, since they're already doing it. I mean, they got the faces. They got the
They could
faces.
release them if they wanted.
Right. It's just take it one step further and just do civilian SPD. Buy them in a heartbeat.
Pack of bodies.
Yeah, just a pack of bodies loosely thrown in the box, just like
A blind bag of bodies.
a blind bag of bodies. You'll see who you get. They need to do it for the Space Rangers. That'd be cool. Especially because Andros got his little civilian cloak
Yeah.
thing. Like, that was cool. I mean, other people didn't really think so because it shelf formed like a bitch. And then when it finally showed up in the comics, it was like months after the fact. And it was just like, well, hey, if you would have told us this form was from the comics, that probably would have been a cool thing to know. We just thought you guys were being weird and making pieces black that usually weren't, but no, you were making a whole thing. You just didn't tell us. It's like when they friggin' make stuff based off the movie, but they don't say it's based off the movie.
Yeah.
Like those freaking power morphers. It's just like, we know what this
yeah.
is. Why aren't you just saying what it is?
Weird.
It's so weird. Because like they did it with the Tengas too.
Mm.
And it's just like, just pay the mouse like his money. Because I know he owns that movie. And just...
They don't want it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The mouse will probably sell it to you for like $5. Get it from the bargain bin.
Then you can have your Lightning Collection Ivanhoes and be done with it.
Right, exactly. Do Lightning Collection Ivanhoes and just throw away the whole line.
Oh, I'd love Lightning Collection Ivanhoes. You'd have to come with this giant egg
Yes.
and a Lightning Collection piece that would shoot out of the egg. You could put a walk on the other
Just
side.
like a little projectile. And then
Yeah.
just like have it come with like a little tube of slime.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god. Do you know of the there was a weird era of Doctor Who toys that I think about a lot,
Mhm.
where they packaged with slime.
I've seen them, yes.
The slime boxes, and you get like legs and arms.
It's so
And I
weird.
don't know what you do with them. Are you meant to put them together? Or is it like a blind bag of...
So it was just the pieces. It didn't come with a figure. It was just the pieces.
No, it was just pieces.
It's so weird.
Like a left leg of the Doctor with an arm and a head.
That's so... Why would they do that? That's so weird.
No one understands. They really went all out with the goo. Maybe this is too much goo and they need to put it somewhere.
I feel like there was a big goo phase in the toy
Yeah.
industry. Like, probably like the late aughts, early 2010s.
Mm,
Like Turtles, I think, because when Turtles started resurfacing,
that makes sense. I can
that
see them
that
being...
yeah. So like everyone else was like, oh, the Turtles are back, and their thing is like ooze. So that's, and then that probably was the catalyst for the slime trend on YouTube, which like carried over for like till like 2015, 2016. It's all interconnected, man. Oh my god.
I'm just glad we're out of the slime era.
Yes. Power Rangers needs to get into their slime era. That's what's been missing. They haven't been going for their slime era.
Slime.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think the last thing I bought. I don't really know. It's been a while. It must have been... Let's see. It was Evox. That was it.
Really?
The Evox. I got it for cheap on eBay. Because
Okay.
I started collecting the Beast Morphers Lightning Collection. Because no one wanted them. And
It's
they are
tr-
very cheap.
It's true. And they're
They're
good.
very, really nice.
I think it's because like everyone's like they're not gonna make steel, and so everyone's just
Yeah.
like, which is like, which I don't get. But
I don't know why they didn't make them earlier.
I don't. Yeah, like Beast
Oh,
Morphers
it's
should have
so
been one of
hot.
the first one. I mean, I don't get why the current series doesn't have priority
Yeah.
in Lightning Collection. Like, that's so weird.
Because it's not like he done the designs for the suits
No.
in advance.
And I think it's because, like, they made the basic figures in the same scale, so they don't want to, like, kind of, like,
That's true.
double dip. But at the same time, it's like, hey, you know how we don't have a normal Javi figure we can get at retail? The only one of him we could ever get in the store, well, I probably not over there, but the only one I could ever find in the store, and the only one I have of Javi is with the freaking sleeve. And it was just like, okay, everyone else got, like, those super cool, like, armors, and then now Javi gets one, and it's just the flame one in another 5-pack of, like, everyone else you have already.
That 5-pack is really nice, but I can't justify it.
Like, I could maybe, because I didn't get the Ollie on the bike yet, but Ollie on the bike comes with Zed.
Yeah.
And they're not doing Zed by himself.
That is weird.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Their whole thing is...
I just think I got that 5-pack, the original one, because I just knew that we would never get any here.
Right. I mean, that's fair.
It's now, or it's gone.
Yeah, I think I'm waiting for... Because once Cosmic Fury is probably a little bit further along, the Dino Fury stuff will probably finally clearance out. I think that's when I'll, like, swoop in and just be like, alright, let me just get it and be done. Alright, well, someone asked what would be your guys' pick for the next Zord Ascension project. Well, the next Zord Ascension project is probably going to be in, like, 2025. So, at this point. So, I mean, we have time to work on it.
Time to save up.
Right. I still need to get Astro Megazord, now that I think about
They're
it.
really good.
It's so good. It's so big. Like, it's so big, and I want it, but, like, it's also a lot. But, I mean, I want Turbo Megazord.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I would love a Rescue Megazord where the individual robots look like they did in the show suits. I don't know how they would do that.
Oh, they just gotta put some Transformers engineering in there.
Tuck stuff away and...
Yep, little flaps and whatnot. That'd be cool. I would like to see humanoid stuff. The Shogun Megazord, I want to see. They were about to do it in Legacy, and then they were so close. I know they were getting ready to do it, and then they
had a pro.
Yeah, they had to have something, sketches, something.
Yeah.
And then they fucking lost the license right before.
Have they done that in the... What's the line they do? The mini-pla? Or
Yeah.
the super pla?
I have a feeling a lot of what they wanted to do probably got translated into the mini-pla figure, because it has, like, articulation and stuff, and it's pretty good. There's a few little weird things here and there, but, I mean, it's pretty good overall. But yeah, that would have been good. Turbo and Shogun are, like, my top two.
What would I like? I'm trying to think of any Megazords. I quite like a Zeo Megazord. Super Zeo.
Okay.
I love how ugly it is.
Right? They were just, like, shapes. Hey, guys, what if we just put shapes on legs and gave them arms?
Like, it's great to see those humanoids made into, like, how they look in the show.
Right.
Give Hasbro a challenge.
Honestly. They can't do
It'd be like
they can't do the basic stuff, so we gotta make sure we give them the most challenging fucking thing to do. Oh my god. my god.
Never forget the NFT Megazord.
God. I can't. Ugh. God. Of all the things. Like, you could have done something so, like, such. I don't know. Way less inconsequential. And you chose that. And the best part was, like, I mean, it was just funny, kind of like afterwards. Like, just kind of like them re-releasing it and just being like, hey. So.
Trying not to admit the fact they didn't sell.
Right. It was just like, so we got this fresh restock of this special edition of the Megazord. It's like, oh yeah? You got a fresh restock? Is a year ago a fresh restock? Is it the same? Is it the first shipment that showed up at the warehouse? It's not Ultra said only Zap I have is Astro because that Dino Megazord is shit. If I had to pick to get a Dino Megazord, I need to track it on the SoC version. That's so good. The SoC is like top tier, but I could never do it. It's just so much money.
It's unhinged.
It's unhinged how much money it is. It's 500 before shipping.
Was that how it cost originally?
That's they're doing the reissue for it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's 500.
500 before shipping, and remember it's diecast.
Oh, I think diecast is overrated.
Same. Like, I think
don't
it's
need
good in moderation. I think people. I think when they include it, they lean in too heavily on it.
Mm.
Cause like I think about like when Figure Arts used to do like diecast pieces.
Yeah, they were just so heavy.
Yeah, like the Decade Violent Emotion one.
Yes.
He has diecast feet, and he feels really solid. And it's not like overbearing. You know, he just feels like a solid figure. But like I feel like the SoC freaking Megazord. Oh, okay, so the reissue is with Dragon Zord for 500.
That's not. I mean, that's still terrible.
That's,
But
I mean, yeah. But then, like, at that point, it's gonna be like, okay, well, we know what's next. Titanus. You know?
that's gonna be
And
the
you
bad.
know, it's something interesting. Bruno did a video semi-recently, I think it was, like, last month, where he, like, kind of compared some, like, of the older things. I think because of the announcement for the reissue, he went ahead and compared Titanus to, or Legacy Titanus to the SoC, and the
I think I saw
SoC,
that.
yeah, and the SoC had like actually more inaccuracies on it than the Legacy one did. But you can't fit the SoC on the Legacy version because they molded some things slightly differently. Even though the base mold of SoC is basically the Legacy Titanus.
Yeah. So you're forced to pay this.
Yeah. It's just like, man, like, you motherfuckers. It's like, you guys. Not Ultra asked what the differences are. I think there's, like, some coloration differences on, like, some of, like, the decals, I think. Like, on the side, they picked a different color. And then I think the way the Dragon Zord chest piece fits in is a little bit different. I think that was like the big thing. So, you know, super cool stuff like that.
That's so much money.
Yeah, like I just can't imagine Like, I don't know how people do it still. Like, because it's
What's the most
been...
you've ever spent on one toy?
What happened?
What's the most you've ever spent on one toy?
The most I've ever spent on one thing. Probably... It's probably like 150. Probably. Because I think it was probably the Artisan SP license set.
Yes, that'll do it.
Yeah. And that was worth it. Well, especially because it came with 2. So that was that was easier. That was easier to justify because I was just like, oh yeah, so this is like two morphers, cool. This is great. Yeah, I think at the most maybe 150, maybe. Then again, I could be misremembering because who knows? I've been collecting a lot of shit and it's been a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine is probably 130 for Kiva.
Yeah. Yeah, because just like everything else, it's like I always feel like I have to budget for. You know, and it's just like, and then especially like nowadays, like, because I remember, you know, back a few years ago, you know, when I was like more heavily on like in like Toku toy lines, you know, I was like dipping a little bit into everything. And it's just like, man, how the fuck was I doing that? And then I was also thinking about it, I'm like, well, the economy wasn't like complete trash like it is now. It was still garbage, but it wasn't complete trash. But like I'm like looking over here on this shelf and I have like a bunch of like Soto figures because like that was a phase. I still need to. That's like one thing I want to go back and, you know, finish one day. But it's just like nowadays it's just like, god damn, man, if I buy like 2 lightning figures I'm fucked. If I buy more than that, then like I'm screwed for a while, so I better chill out.
Yeah, I was with lightning figures. I was always very also selective.
Yeah,
I think there's only one throw bought an entire wave. For the rest of it is very much like, I don't need that. I want it, but I don't need it, and that's fine. I'll make my peace with that.
yeah. There's like stuff where I'm like, it's not like a high priority. It's like I'll get it later.
Yeah.
So that type of thing.
It's like when like they do a big Fan First Friday and they'd announce like a whole wave and like a versus pack and like a roleplay item. And people would order it all, and I'm like, how?
Right.
How are you doing?
I don't know how you're doing that.
I'm like, I'm glad you're having a great time, but I'm frightened. Just
Right.
Like the concept of that.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, man, what fucking kind of credit card limit do y'all have? Yeah, I don't know. Not Ultra bought a G12 for $330, which that's not bad.
For G12, that is.
For G12, that's
Right.
pretty good. And then
I love
Ha-Oh, Samurai Ha-Oh for $400, which I guess that is about in line too. If I could save up, I could get the MMPR SOC. I mean, I hope you can. Like, if I could, I would. Because honestly, Legacy,
It does look great.
it looks fantastic. It's like the peak one. It is like the only thing that might be better than it is that freaking French build a freaking Megazord thing that's gonna be like 3 feet tall by the time it's done. Yeah, like because that's looking amazing. I wish I would have gotten in on that at the start.
Yeah.
Like now it's like it's too late. It's gone. I made my peace with that. It's just like it's not gonna happen. I don't even know where I would have put that anyway.
No.
It literally
And
would have taken up like my entire nightstand over there.
then and Lewis says that the Beast Morpher Zord set for 130 was his most expensive. The
Okay,
Beast Morpher Zords were so expensive,
they were.
weirdly.
They
I just don't like them.
yeah, they could have been better, and they probably could have sold better. Because I think they fucked up the pricing
Hmm.
on them. Because I think what I think anyway, and we've seen evidence that kind of backs us up, where the gorilla and the rabbit and the scarab, the silver one,
Mhm.
they were supposed to be like $20. They're supposed to
Yeah,
be like 19.99, whatever. And then the beetle and the cheetah were supposed to be 30.
that makes
Uh,
sense.
yeah. But when they released everything, they just priced everything at 30. So you're
And that
paying
rabbit is not worth 30 on its own.
no, because especially like because a year before, literally a year before, you could get a full Megazord for $30.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, guys. So it was really like one of those things where they came out the gate and tripped and fell on their fucking face. Classic Power Rangers.
I do like how they eventually got more okay with releasing single Zords, though.
Like, I like that idea because, especially for some of them, like the Go Busters mecha, that makes sense because like you
Mm.
can do cool stuff with them that way. But I don't know. It's just like I don't think they're thinking their price ranges all the way through
Yeah.
when they price all of these things out. Because like the Cosmic Fury one, that one, so like I get it. And the only reason I get it is because I know what they're going to do with it once it hits like all the other major retailers. They're going to sell the
Mm.
lion by itself because they put those little stubby arms
Yeah.
on it. So
They really found a way to make it its own
yeah, so it's
thing.
like, okay, cool, he's got his own arms and throw these fucking balls on the feet. And now he's got feet. And so here you go. And then everything else, they'll do like 2 Zords in a pack and sell it for $20 again. Like, so I get it in a breakdown like that, but like when you do like a big pack and sell it all together, and it's just like, guys, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like these things they don't move. Look at them.
No.
You see that?
Like,
You-
what
you
action
want- do you
features does
want
the
it-
chameleon have?
Do you
She
want to
doesn't-
know the transformation for the swordfish? Or the shark, I'm sorry. the shark.
Yes.
Well, if it's an arm... There you go, you're done. And now it's the shark again. And then if you want the leg,
You just floop.
yeah. And then you just eject whoever the fuck. I mean, it's cool that you can limb swap and do all that stuff. It's like super simple.
It's a cool function.
Yeah, and then like there you go. Now he's a leg. But it's just like, okay, cool. That's neat, but that's not fucking $75 neat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you don't
Like,
have
imagine getting a pack that's just like the chameleon and the swordfish. What do you do with that as a child?
literally, like, I don't understand what you're supposed to do. Yeah, because the chameleon has like slightly more going on. It does this. So here you go. Or actually, sorry, my bad. I forgot to twist the thing so that way it sits in there. And then you can open up its little mouth and it's got a little tongue thingy. Cool, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. So freaking weird.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
And especially, like, after a line like Dino Fury.
Yes,
Because Dino Fury was worth it.
100%.
The only reason I didn't get everything at retail is because the wave assortments were weird and I was able to find them way cheaper. I was just trying to hold out as long as I could, but I really did like what they were doing.
I got the 5-pack. Again, because I'm unconvinced that we'd ever get it here.
Yeah.
And it's great. And I've never actually transformed it. Out of what I played with it a bit, and I put it into the red, blue, pink mode.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't changed it since putting it on the shelf because I don't really know how
Yeah, I put.
pieces to go in different places, and I'm scared of it. But I
Right.
love it.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. I made my own
Yeah.
like little kind of Ultrazord formation like that uses all 6 of them and not just the T-Rex and a piece of everyone else.
Yeah.
And so I got that going on, and I was able to put like the Metro Blaze and the Terra Freeze together into their own little formation. So everyone's got their own little thing going on, and so like that's super cool. And it's just like, man, you went from this to fucking these things, and then you want them to work with them, even though there's Dino Fury stuff you still haven't done.
I can't believe it's just like, why are they bothering?
I don't know.
Like, they have the production team, and they're like, right, you need to write in all of these toys so that we can sell them. And then you don't sell them.
Right, you don't. You're just like, okay, here are all the things we want to use. It's like, okay, are you actually going to do anything with them?
No.
Probably not. I think,
Like,
I think we'll do one, maybe.
Yeah. It's like, and then you do Beast Morphers, which has almost no toys to sell, and you make extra toys, and you sell some of those, but you don't even sell the binoculars.
You don't sell the binoculars, you don't sell the lion, which like takes up like the last quarter of footage.
Yeah.
Or
You don't
you
the
sell
camera
like a
blaster?
statue of it, basically. That like lights
Yeah.
up. I don't know, man. I don't know why these people. I don't know. We need to have a we need to sit down and have a talk. Okay.
The what?
Said we need to sit down and have a talk. Not
Oh,
ultra.
not Ultra Fizz. Remember back in Megaforce we had to buy the cycles. The cycles were iconic.
The cycles were.
That was so funny.
It was really funny because it's like,
It's like, so we've got all these heads we need to release. How do we release them? We can't just do a pack of heads.
yeah, we can't do that. That'd be fucking weird.
Let's give them a bike.
Let's just give him a bite. Classic Power
And
Rangers.
there's another head that we haven't adapted, but we need it for the combination. Let's give that a bike as well.
It's
Also
its
called
own
Sea
bike.
Lion.
Its own bike. It doesn't
own
transform
bike.
or do anything else. It's just a head, so it can fit on the combination.
And for some reason, it's also called Sea. So there's 2 sea lions. They're
Right.
both different, but they're the same.
Hey, you know what though? They came with cards.
They did come with cards.
They did come with cards, and you know what? That was actually a pretty fun collectible thing, I will say.
Yeah, I feel like I could have easily gone down that rabbit hole.
I think that's like probably a thing I'll like go back and try and finish one day, because I'm pretty sure I got like most of the base stuff of that whole card collection covered, but there's a few missing spots here and there, especially like once they started going into Super Mega Force and they just ditched the whole card thing. It's like, you know, you have to like actually stick with a thing for longer than a year in order for it to take off.
All the kids get into this card game, and it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like, oh, but we got these keys now we want to sell. You can like flick them; they're spring loaded. You can flick them at
Which,
each
to be
other.
fair, they really, what's the word? Improved.
No, yeah, I mean they were the blueprint for Gokaiger improving their keys.
Yeah. Finally.
Right? They saw it in Japan and they're like, they're so tiny, but that spring is really cool. Like, why didn't we think of that?
Did you get into any of the gimmicks?
Oh yeah, Ranger keys are complete for Rangers.
Oh my god. Like the American ones.
American ones. Ranger keys are 100% complete. Even the Morphicon Or actually, hold on. I'm lying. I'm lying on camera. Police.
Cancelled.
There's slander, libel. I think the only one I didn't get was one of the MMPR, or two. Sorry, two. One of the MMPR metallic sets from Comic-Con, and then the JDF pack. Because he got his own
JDF pack?
Yeah, he got his own Ranger Key set.
Was it the one that was like in a Black Ranger visor
Yes.
pack?
Or no, that's the Fighting Spirit Legacy figure pack.
Oh, okay.
This is
Sorry, I'm getting my Tommy sets mixed
No,
up.
yeah, I mean there's a few. That's fair. They're not from Hasbro though, because they've only made one thing. But yeah, Nautilus just says, and the keys went for 3 years. Yeah, see, like the Japanese keys, I gave up. Once I found out that like so many of them were gonna be Gashapon only, I was like, no, I can't. There's no way. Absolutely.
Actually, briefly going back to prized possessions, my Miss America key.
Oh my god, I forgot you had that.
Which I, as a joke, wanted for years, and Chris gave it to me when we met up. And
I remember that day.
where is it? Oh my god, where is it? Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay,
Where is she?
She's
She's just peeking at
his boomerang.
just peeking out of the corner like this. Like, don't worry, Adam. I'm always here. I'm always watching you.
Yeah, she's like so like her sticker's yellowed and frayed because that's just what stickers do, and I don't know why they would do a sticker on a non-flat surface. What are they playing at?
I don't know, but I hate their games. I'm sick of them.
I'm
sick of their sick obsession with stickers. I've had it. We have the technology to paint stuff, so paint it. I will paint.
Just make the keys on a flat surface. You
Right.
made the keys. You
Right.
designed them.
You could have made their chests flat, and you didn't.
I feel like I'd really like all the Ranger keys, but yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I like
there's
the
too many ways to
idea,
get them.
like, because I mean, it's really like ingenious, especially because like now they started like going back, and I guess every year
Yeah.
we're just gonna be doing a freaking premium Ranger Key set with a bunch of like random teams whose anniversary it is that year.
Weird anniversaries, like it's not
Yeah,
on a number.
well, because
It's-
like because they started it on a weird year, so it's like here's the 17th, 18th, and 5th Super Sentai teams. And it's
all
just
my favorite.
all my favorites. Denji
It's
Man.
just weird because like yeah, right. And just the fact that like, you have like certain keys that you get like 20 of in different places,
Mhm.
and there'll be something like Denji Blue, which you can get in one Gashapon set.
Right.
Like poor Denji Blue, he can get fucked apparently. No one
Right.
gives a shit.
Yeah, no one cares about Denji Blue. Even though he played like 2 or 3 different freaking
Oh my god, yeah,
Sentai people.
he's actually the most relevant Denji man.
Right? He's their JDF.
Oh my god, a Kenji Oba set.
Yes. Ranger Key. It's gonna be like Kenji Oba's birthday next year. And they're gonna be like, here's a premium Bandai Ranger Key set, Kenji Oba.
What would it be? Gavin,
Galvan,
Blue.
Denji Blue, and Battle Kenya.
Battle Kenya.
Yeah.
It could be the panda he played in Gokaiger as well. Panda Key. Was he a Kamen Rider?
Probably. I forgot about the panda.
They've already done a Panda Ranger Key. Just
Yeah, just
repaint that.
Put
It's fine.
put a new sticker on it.
Just scrape out Tokyo Pink from it. It's fine.
Oh my god. Sophia
Oh my God.
Weil, AI cover of the Cosmic Fury theme? What?
The what?
Don Don Rager Power said, I love the Cosmic Fury theme tune. I did my Sophia Weil AI cover of it.
Huh.
I don't know how I feel about that. Oh
my
yeah,
God,
no,
yes,
Ultra said Geki Red's dad.
Geki Red Dad Ranger Key.
Yes. They just put little dots on his eyes like Rita.
No. Give him giant hands.
Give him giant hands. Feet underneath his dress.
No!
Oh my god. I'm gonna somehow stumble upon my Rita figure this weekend, and I'll end up showing it to you. I'll just feel like,
Please.
check this out. I'm not lying.
I need to know.
It's real.
Actually, right, I'm gonna Google it quickly. See if what is it? 2011 Rita legs. That's not gonna come out right, is it?
No. Put like samurai Rita Repulsa figure or something like that.
Actually, you know what gimmick is my favorite? It's the ninja stars.
I mean, they're cool when they're not foam.
Only because of gets wet.
Oh yeah, we can never forget gets wet.
Solid action feature.
Oh yes, absolutely. God. Talk about low points, huh? Oh man, that actually, I can't believe those search terms actually worked.
I couldn't find any legs.
Where are your legs? I know you have them. You can't hide them from me. Oh my god. God, she's so janky though.
And the fact, like, her droopy ears.
The
Not
droopy
but,
ears
you know.
for the hair. Oh my god. She's just so not good. And just her hands look lumpy because they didn't paint the rings at all.
Oh, wait. It does have them. Interesting.
What?
It seems like the US release does have the Mighty Morphin logo on it.
Yeah.
But
but yours
my
doesn't.
release doesn't have it.
Ah.
And it says Rita Repulsa in 4 languages.
Okay. That makes
Which you might be
more
wondering, what's Rita Repulsa in a different language? It's just Rita Repulsa written 4 times.
It's insane. What? I can't believe. Surely you're joking.
Really small text. Rita Repulsa, Rita Repulsa, Rita Repulsa, Rita Repulsa.
Oh my god.
But I guess they took the logo off because we didn't have the reversion here.
That's
I don't believe
right. You
anywhere in
guys didn't
Europe.
get that. That was just here. I forget about that. That was just something we had. But do you guys still get it in like all the like when Netflix had it? Do you guys still have it?
I think we did.
Okay. Weird.
I think we got the toys in some weird shops as well. Like probably like a year afterwards, they were in some like I guess it was like what's the word like leftover stock. Just
Yeah, like liquidation centers were like, we
Yeah,
need to get these
in
the
places.
fuck out of here. Ship them to the UK. Maybe they'll buy them.
like always like the not like mainline stuff. Like you know where you'd have like weird little Hot Wheels style cars.
Mm-hmm.
Just that stuff. No, the stuff
The
that
cell
no one
phone,
would ever
the
think
cell
would
phone
buy.
Ranger figures. Did you get
I
those?
would buy that in an instant.
Right?
What?
I don't get it. They were, God, they just like smoked a fat one like right before, and we're just like, let's think of a toy line for this shit. We don't know what we're doing.
They were really in a phase, weren't they?
What if we take Tommy's head and put it on a flip phone? And then we give him little arms and legs for the cell
Yes!
phone.
Iconic.
Oh my god.
They didn't release that in the end, did they?
I guess not.
Or did they? I think
Or
I
maybe
saw it.
they might have, like... I don't know, because there's, like, a handful of the reversion toys that, like, they did, like, a miniature wave of, and they were just like, we just needed to make something, and we're done. We made the we made the minimum amount that we could, and we're
filled
done.
the shelf, and we will not fill it again.
And after these sales, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Never again.
Never again.
And then Samurai was like, don't worry, we're here. We're here to,
It's
like,
covered.
completely dominate the fucking shelves for the next 2 years. Which I still think about. That's so... Because, like, it comes up pretty frequently in conversation now. Because, Colin, I'm sure he's still here, is in school right now. And so, like, he's been around a bunch of Gen Zs. And he keeps hearing that they'll talk about Samurai so fondly. And it's because, like, that's their MMPR.
It's so weird, isn't it?
It's so weird. And it's like, they don't care that it was Shinkenger. They don't care. They really don't. They're just like, yeah, Samurai was cool. Jaden, Mia, Mike, Kevin.
Wait, that's the wrong tone for Mike.
Antonio.
He felt, I mean, yeah. Antonio.
I'm glad you turned around on including the name.
I had
the
to.
name shouts, because I mean,
I've got to a point where
Megaforce not so much, but for Samurai, iconic, absolutely necessary every time.
Like it, I unironically love it.
I wish Lauren got to do it once.
Don't care. Yes, at least Decker did.
Yes.
And Mentor G. Mentor G.
Would he say mentor? Or would he say Jaden? What if he just did the callouts? Just Jaden, Kevin, Mike, Emily, Antonio.
Bulk.
You know what you have to do now, right? I'll help source the footage.
Thank you. Oh my god, we can't. I was gonna be like, we can't contact him because I don't want to talk to him.
No, absolutely not. That's a criminal.
Yeah. And also, even if he wasn't, I wouldn't want to ask him to do that anyway.
No.
But we've got the footage.
Yes. Oh, yes. The footage is there, and it will be sorted through, and it will be handled. And chaos will ensue on the timeline one day.
It's just like the names, like it adds so much energy to the song. It's really like
Yeah, because
it
it's
really
like
gets you
during
going,
the
like-
build up to
yeah.
the
And you have
whole
like
thing.
Samurai Forever, and then the huh.
Do you need me to bring out the Cosmic Fury Morpher again? Because it sounds like we're making sounds again. Hi.
Yeah, I think like Samurai. I look back on it now, and I'm just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It did the job it needed to do. The only reason we, as a fandom, probably didn't like it as much is because we'd seen Shinkenger.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
obviously you do have the problems of the acting, but then that's not the problem of the actors because they were told to act like that.
Right.
Except maybe Kevin, he was bad.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah. Sorry to this man, but he no, he just needs to not. We're here to protect you. Okay. You can protect me by not opening your mouth ever again.
I think I was talking to you when I was editing that trailer. I was like trying to make these lines
Not sound
Look.
bad.
in a trailer
Yeah.
and make it seem like a legit TV show. With
I just hope that I'm up to the
That's fucking-
challenge. That's one clip I remember you sending me. I was just
Yeah.
like,
How do they make one line last 5 minutes?
I don't know. It was 5 minutes and 2 seconds at the same time. Felt like it was in a time hole.
I am the Red Ranger. Or is it I must not fail?
I must
am
not
the Red
fail.
Ranger?
I am the Red Ranger.
Yeah, it's the wrong way around.
Yeah.
And then it's that delivery. It's chef.
It's like I
Yeah.
must not fail. Beat. I am the Red
I am
Ranger.
the Red Ranger. And he's stepping up physically.
Simple power, horse. We must stop them at all costs. That's what Not Ultra said. Oh my god.
Simple power. Fun.
Simple power, fun. Generic hip hop beat plays.
And confetti?
And confetti. That's fun. Confetti is so fun. Simple
What a
power,
great
clean this
show.
shit up. Yeah, Not Ultra said it would have probably gotten a better response if Sentai hadn't started getting more prominent. Yeah, it was probably...
Yeah.
The only reason Sentai started to is because... And I kind of just figured this out recently, is because, like... you know, Rangers ended in 2009, and so everyone was like, alright, cool, what are we gonna do now? We can't watch Power Rangers anymore, so what are we gonna do? And everyone was like, well, why don't we watch Kamen Rider? Okay. Oh, he's doing a thing with the Shinkengers. Let's watch Shinkenger too. So I feel like that just kind of like coincided, and that was like that's when the floodgates opened. And that's when the Sentai purists were born. Or actually, that's when they started mating more frequently.
Yes.
Because they existed before then, but...
And then Gokaiger, they were like...
Oh yeah, after Gokaiger, they were...
An infestation.
Infestation. Absolutely infected all of our systems. Completely corrupted. What are some lines y'all remember specifically that felt like they were reading TV Nihon subs? Oh my god. The first Focus episode with Mia and Kevin.
That's unforgivable.
That's unforgivable. I remember when I watched that episode, I flashed back to the day I watched that episode of Shinkenger and read those lines coming from Mako's mouth, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here in this show?
It's just so batshit. Like the fact that like they even like made Kevin eat from like a bento box.
Right. They couldn't
Like,
even
this
get
is
like a
funny.
regular Tupperware. It's just like he's eating from a bento box. It's like,
You're not matching anything.
You're
You
not
can
matching
have
anything.
Whatever you want.
he could have a freaking bucket of chicken right there, and no one would know.
You could have literally anything.
Literally
you want.
anything else. Why did I pick a bucket of chicken? Why was that where my mind went first? Stopped me.
Yeah, that episode was definitely like they took the script and just didn't even rewrite it. Just said it
no,
out
they
loud.
didn't, because like it was so wild, like seeing the writer get credited.
Yeah.
Like it was
That's
like
the only time
Japanese.
it's happened.
Yeah, it's the only time it ever happened. It was like Japanese episode written. And it was just like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you people?
I also think the show didn't benefit from starting with the third episode.
No, that was like a big
Fans would have
thing.
been so much more on board if we just had a regular introduction and we went through it that way. I think.
don't understand why that was. That made no sense.
No.
Especially like after watching the premiere, like all that time later, it was just like, this episode was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I don't get
It's a
it.
solid, run-of-the-mill, paint-by-numbers premiere,
Right.
and it's great.
They do all the
Fine.
things that Ranger premieres do, and you just delayed it for a year because you're fucking weird. Oh my god. Are there any other lines I remember? That one specifically is just perpetually it's ingrained in my head.
That's unforgivable.
Yeah, that's unforgivable. I will never forget it. As long as
It's like, that's such a Sentai line.
it is. Like that's
No one says that. in real
whenever
life.
no one says that. That's probably not what they're even saying. That's just what the fan subbers are fucking saying. And that's kind of like, because like when
I'm writing
when
a
I
different version
see,
where it's just like they're calling each other bastards all the time.
yes, exactly. It's like, oh, they're so hardcore because they're calling them bastards. It's like, no, the person in charge of the fan sub is calling them bastards right now. They're also saying ass and shit. They don't say that on children's television in Japan. You're out of your fucking mind. Oh my god.
What was really disappointing about Samurai, though, is the Megazord didn't become the origami
No.
in the toys.
Yeah,
Kind of upsetting.
they like course corrected with the samurai Zords. They were like, because I think they were gonna do them regardless,
Hmm.
and that was like the plan after MMPR 2010. They were just gonna do samurai toys without a show, and that's why the dragon looked the way it did and all that other shit. And then like you could tell just like halfway through they're like, oh fuck, we're gonna have to do like the rest of them, and we have to do them kind of like how they are in the show.
Yeah.
Shit. What are we gonna do? And I think that's why they did like the weird like Gigazord standalone toy. So that way it could be like, all right, guys, here you go. Here's something that looks a little bit better. And it's like, does it really look a little bit better? Are you sure about that?
And they're like, oh god, we better just release the Japanese version as well. Just put that on the shelf.
Yeah, just the one though. We don't need to
Just
do
the one.
anything else. Just the one. Just for the 5. They don't need anything else. Remember how the Gigazord could turn into a spaceship? That was
The
its
what?
the
It's turned into a
Gigazord.
spaceship.
Yeah, the Gigazord like standalone release.
No.
Yeah, because there was a Gigazord that came out by itself and during Super Samurai, and the whole thing was it was basically just one Megazord with everything. Like obviously it didn't have like all the paint apps or whatever,
Hmm.
but it like its thing was it could turn into a spaceship,
Oh, yeah, here it is. That's interesting.
right?
I didn't know it could do that.
Yeah, it was just like how the Light Zord turned into a spider.
Yes, of course, the Spider Zord.
Yeah, the Spider Zord that we saw so many times in that show.
And Deku Scorpion.
Yes. Oh, okay, but that was cool though. Honestly, Decker getting a little
I was here for
Scorpion Zord, that was neat. I wish they would have done more of that.
Hmm. Yeah, that was when they started releasing the auxiliaries individually, which I appreciated.
Yes, like it was like,
Instead of
well, it's
doing
about
the
fucking
stupid
time.
Dino Thunder thing of where they had like 2 of the Zords in like a pack with some shit that didn't matter.
They just like could not fathom making a lower price point for
No.
something. They just couldn't fathom. It's like, no, it's got to be part of a big thing. It's a Megazord. It's got to be a part of a big set. It's like, why don't you just fucking make it smaller, bitch?
Yeah, what did it come with? I'm trying to figure out what that box came with that's now showing me Dino Charge, and I don't want that.
Are you talking about for Dino Thunder?
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't have been the Pachysord. Because they didn't do that one.
R.I.P. to her.
Right? Didn't even get a chance. I don't
Here it
know
is.
why they did.
It came with a Triassic Ranger and 2 saddles.
Oh, good. I'm glad it came with 2
Each
saddles.
side the Parasaur and the Ankylo.
Fantastic. I'm glad you can sit on that wide back Ankylosaurus.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why did they do that instead of a deluxe light Zord? I don't know, dude. Who even knows what they were on? I want to be in these meetings that they have.
You're right.
Because it's just like, in a lot of ways, it should be so straightforward. Like, because I feel like all you got to do is, like, you know the thing you have to make.
Yes.
Cool. Which, most other toy companies don't fucking get that. They have to use their imagination. you know?
literally have, yeah, right. You literally have a pre-existing toy line you can base your toys off.
Right. You can Amazon Prime it to your office and be like, how do we change this?
How can we make this cheaper?
How can we make
it
this
more-
cheaper? And how can we like do our own thing?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's wild to me that we ever like just got direct imports.
I know. It seems
Like,
like
what the fuck were we on?
I don't know. Seems like a lifetime ago. I mean, it was, but but yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh my god. Were you at all in the fandom when the Overdrive Zords came out?
Kind of. I was like starting to dip my toes more and more. I was like just getting on the internet.
Yeah. That was a great time.
Right.
Die broken.
Broken. Oh god, they were so bad.
There's so many questions. Why did they not just release? Why did they release the half one? You know,
Yeah, they were
with
just
the
like
flippers.
they just made slipper zords.
Oh, there's cement Zord, but there's no cement mixer. It's just the front.
Yeah, it's just like a flat piece. It's
Yeah.
so it's so bizarre. It's like they wanted to change stuff, but it was just like it's like why can't you guys just make this shit smaller?
Hmm.
Like why can't you just make the same thing but smaller? Like couldn't that be an option? Hello?
Yeah, I think the Overdrive Zords were a lot bigger than the Japanese ones.
That's what I'm saying. It was just like they were bigger and bulkier, and it's just like, well, wait a minute, hold on.
What are we doing?
What are you doing all this for? Just make it smaller.
And then like the submarine couldn't fold in half, so it would stick out the end in the trailer formation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could only like lay it in the trailer formation. It couldn't actually like click
Yeah.
in.
What a great time.
Such a different time. We've been here too long, Adam.
It's been 84 years.
It has been 84 years. I felt like I've aged 84 years.
Just since Hasbro took over.
Honestly, like the past 4 years have been a lot. Or 5. 2018? No, it's 5.
Yeah.
God.
I wonder what it'd be like if the Legacy Collection.
Oh, sorry, you froze. That was like the perfect thing to freeze on. I missed that. What would you say?
Oh wait, Lewis says there was a video of a guy getting out of a store and smashing the drive match on the floor.
Just be like, fuck you.
That's very Ranger Border 2007.
Oh yeah,
I can feel it.
it's
the
very
energy.
yeah. I can see the ponytail right now. I can see the ponytail and the.
What was I saying? Yeah, I wonder what would happen, like, if the Legacy Collection would still be going.
I think the roleplay stuff would have been really cool in Megazords.
Yeah.
The figures were. Honestly, the figures were a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And. Yeah, because those were.
Did you collect them?
Unfortunately. And I still have a lot of them.
No.
And they're like
Are
so
they-
bad, like they haven't even like aged good.
Mm.
Because like most of them can't even stand up anymore because the joints are
Yeah.
fucking loose as shit. And it's just like, what was the point of all of this? Like you made Power Ranger figures for years, decades, and then you finally got the chance to do a collector line, and you're just like, you know what's cool? decapitated Megazord pieces. You know what's even cooler? Not doing all the members on the team at once.
You know what's even better? We give them their Blade Blaster, but in a form that they can't use.
Yeah, it's just a closed up Blade Blaster. The most useful form it has.
Yeah. It's like when I see people complain about the Lightning Collection now, saying how they need, like, holster versions of their weapons, I'm like, I'm fine.
I mean,
I'd rather them have
they have the
a
gun.
usable weapon.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I
Take
remember...
what I can get for now.
Literally. Like, because I remember Jason Bischoff taking a dig at the Lightning Collection debut thing they did at Morphicon. And it was like, that was a big thing on the PowerPoint, where it, like, comes with signature weapon and sidearm. And everyone just lost their shit, because that's where we were at. It was just like, oh my god.
It's like, I can't believe you had to specify here.
Oh, we have a new person in the chat. BCope3, what up, fam? Haven't seen you since I met you and Ranger Reviewer like over a year ago at an In and Out. Glad to see you're still grinding. Keep the power grid alive, bro. Thanks, fam. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you dropping in. Yeah. God, so much has happened.
Why were the Legacy figures so big?
Yeah, that's the thing too. Weren't they like 7 inches?
They were...
Yeah, they were like those DC figure sizes, and I'm just like, why?
And so many abs.
So many abs.
So many boobs.
All the tits were hanging out of everyone. It was just like, it's like you guys made Power Ranger figures for years, and like this is what you did. I don't get it. I don't understand. 6.5 inches is what Not Ultra says.
That is too big.
Yeah. In more ways than one. Ayo, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. That's child's play. Oh, you're in Vegas. Watch it on a sick one. Oh, well, hopefully you feel better, dude. Hopefully you enjoy our shenanigans talking about old toys and how we're dinosaurs now.
Oh, is it a thick one as in, like, L, or, like, a thick one, like, yeah, a thick one?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I would throw me on if I was in Vegas. I would throw me on stream and just, like, listen to me while I'm, living it up in Vegas.
Slot machine in one hand, stream in the other.
Right, exactly. Just gambling your problems away. I'm kidding. I have no idea. I think I've gambled once. I made $60 and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I went in with 20 and like once I made $40, I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I cannot. That's the day I discovered I cannot gamble.
No, I'm too scared.
Yeah, I'm way too fucking anxious.
I went to the seaside on Sunday and I put in £1 and I got £1 back, and I was like, I'm done.
Cool.
I can
call it even.
Back.
Do you all talk about the new suits, Halloween costumes / sleepwear they announced this week? Well, I was the guy who broke the thing about the costume. And
oh my god, did you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, celebrity.
I know. I don't even
get sick clout from that.
I mean, at a certain point, people just took the picture and posted it wherever. I'm just like, okay. I mean, I don't care. Like, I just do it for engagement at this point. I know what works on Twitter. I've been on there long enough, and especially once Raz retweets my shit.
Oh yeah,
I'm fucking set, dude.
I'm like, why is my phone blowing up? Oh, there we go. That'll be it.
That's like, oh yeah, I took a picture of a toy shelf like 5 seconds ago. That would do it. Okay, good. You let your wife do all the gambling. That's smart. I like that. let her do. Have one person to blame.
Risk is on you.
Right. Everything is on you. But yeah, I don't know if they're doing more Halloween costumes. I think they might just be doing the Zenith Ranger, because like
They've-
I tried going on the other side of the aisle where all the girl costumes were. Nothing. Not
Of
even like
course.
not even like an MMPR pink costume. I'm just like, it's like, you guys know,
So easy.
guys, we're doing this whole thing where the Red Ranger's a girl. Hello. Like you don't want to make a costume this year. You don't. Okay. And then
This is where I feel like you go.
one thing I noticed that was just kind of weird. All of the costumes for girls are like dresses of some sort.
Yeah.
Like even for characters that don't wear dresses, it's like big poofy dresses. Like even like Wonder Woman and like other
Oh.
stuff, and it's just like, hello. I don't know. This is kind of weird.
And just why are we still? Why don't we just put them all in the same place and not gender? Just be like kids' costumes. And
Right.
then we
It's
can
just
be
like,
done with it.
here's a tiny body costume, because it's not like they have curves or anything. They're
No,
children.
it's-
They're children.
Like the Zenith Ranger is not like, oh, it's physically impossible to put on a girl.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you put it on a girl, they'll
fine.
spontaneously combust.
A skirt will grow out.
A
you know,
skirt
it's
will
like-
grow out. Yeah, they'll have to keep ripping it off over and over again. Oh god. Oh, you're talking about the Mighty Morphin ones. I forgot about those. They have adult costumes that they announced
Yes.
this week. Yes, I saw that because I was surprised they used the lightning dragon dagger in the promo pics. And I'm like, you
Oh.
guys are actually doing cross promotion for your other shit for once.
Who would have thought?
Right. And those are actually kind of good, if I'm honest.
They do look legit.
Yeah. I mean, for whatever, like $40 or whatever you're going to pay for them, it's better than the freaking morph suits from a few years ago.
Yeah. The cursed helmet face.
That's still on my mannequin in the closet
Oh god.
because I have the movie morph suit.
Hmm.
Mm.
Why is he hidden away?
Well, he was on this chair, and, you know, Manny is just from a different time in my life. And,
Time for him to.
it might be time for
Hidden.
Manny to move on soon. I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet.
I mean, what do you really do with it? You know.
It was already really sketchy bringing this thing in my house. I had to bring it in pieces. Not Ultra asked how is you still got Manny, how is he? He's shattered. he's just sleeping.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. He didn't do anything to anyone. He's just existing. Oh god. Alright, well anywho, we'll probably wrap it up. We've been talking for a couple hours. A lot of nonsense, but we had a fun time.
Yeah.
But thank you, Adam.
Mostly on topic.
Yeah. I didn't really have a topic to begin with. We kind of just pulled this out of our ass tonight, so it doesn't even really matter. But yeah, thank you again to Adam for joining tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. If you want to follow him on Twitter, his handle's right there. I think it's slightly different on Instagram.
It's
Right.
got an underscore between KadamsEdits.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't
Thank-
sure, so I didn't make it. So yeah, go follow him on Twitter and Instagram. Also his YouTube channel, which you should be subscribed to already if you aren't. For more unhinged edits of just whatever comes into his crazy mind.
The Mentor G edit coming soon.
I legitimately when we're done with this, I'm gonna start sourcing audio for you.
When I wake up, I need time codes.
Yes,
Like,
I'm
straight
going
in
through
my
all the
inbox.
samurai episodes on YouTube, and I'm gonna find it. We're gonna get this is gonna happen, and you guys heard it here first.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. But yeah, anyway, thanks all of you guys for tuning in. Of course, I appreciate it as always. We'll see you next week for another Friday Night Chill.